who they joined with to enslave us. I gotta hold a little bit here because passing by people who are doing some yard work. Look at this. It's a nice place when you're tired and want to relax. Any time of the day you sit underneath there, it's cool. This is how nature builds. And you see in the back, the one that they don't maintain, the earth is reclaiming it. Nevertheless, said the world that they created, they helped create it with us being enslaved. They all are fighting each other now. And among them is some of us who call themselves Jews. And I hope you who do that come across this video and listen. You see, just like how they turn against the Qataris, they're going to turn on you. You gotta understand who you dealing with. You read your book, well, their book, because it was the law that was given to us. They used a few of the laws, yes, to pretend that they are who was given the book. But they're not. Just like how they are turned on the Arabs now, they're going to turn on you. But before they turn on you, the Arabs are going to call on you, especially our brothers in Africa and in America who call themselves Muslims. They're going to call on you and say, help us. Just like they called on you during the Crusades and to conquer Spain because they were losing Spain. And they called on you to help them take it. They're going to call on you. And most of you are going to go because they're going to use the words that make you believe that your faith is the ultimate sacrifice to save the leaders. It has nothing to do about the religious belief. It has to do with the leaders. If you see all the leaders, they're holding meetings and talking loud, and one of their brothers' land just got bombed. And the one whose land was bombed was the chief among them who was causing problems across the earth. UAE, Saudi, Qatar. The money that came out of their oil wealth is supporting the terrorism in Africa. You hear what I'm telling you? They are spending money on the Egyptian army that want to destroy the Grand Renaissance Dam in Ethiopia. And you know why they want to destroy it? Because when that dam is fully operational, It could provide cheap power for all the Africans around the area. And Ethiopia now is building nuclear power plants. And do you think somebody is not going to come with the idea and says, hey, Ethiopia is building a bomb? Who do you think that's going to be? See, America is losing the war. Not only America, but the Zionists, period. The Jewish Israelis, whatever they don't call themselves. It's losing the war. Even the AI that they're creating, they don't have enough power to run it. So if Africa got enough power and they see Africa going to surpass them, guess what's going to happen? They're going to want to destroy it. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. I seen a video yesterday or the day before of one African guy. He's mixed Nigerian and Caucasian, but we all got that in us. All of us got some of it in us. And he was talking about how Africa's population is young and growing, and Africa's got all the resources, and they're regular tropes. The AI that you can pull up AI and the AI will tell you. And nowhere in his videos you see him mention, hey, we Africans gotta now stop inviting people into our country to develop it, rather we should be building it ourselves. Even a Chinese man named Victor Gao, and I show you that video, said that's what we should be doing for ourselves. But here is this African guy, the latest of the ones I've seen. I've seen so many of them that I had to write to him and say, look, I've seen this over and over again, and it's a repeat of what the AI said. Told him, I come from a lineage where my family was enslaved by the same people who you inviting back into Africa for the so-called rebuilding of Africa. Come to Africa and make money, because we got all these people, young people, who you can use as labor. And you think Africa will grow by that? He forgot the EU Foreign Minister, Joseph Borrell, what he said. We're going to go to Africa and turn it into our garden. Maybe he didn't see that. So I shouldn't say he forgot. See, because the young people today, and he's a young man, making videos, they go to AI. Instead of reading the books, the history. Anyway, one of the other things that came across my computer screen was this ID. America now has made it a deadline. You can't do anything without your ID. No driver's license, you can't get on an airplane, and can't open a bank account. Barbados has done it. Other Caribbean islands are doing it. And it's part of a system that's going to take control of everything. The day that you stand up and say, hey, the Israelis are doing this foolishness, you wake up the next morning and all the money is gone from your account. Your account is locked out. Somebody knock on your house and say, you're not allowed to live in this house anymore. The government has taken over your property because you are subversive. All of these things are coming together. And the year that they have to have it completed, 2045. Remember that year now. Because if you're African diasporan, you've heard so much about Africa 2063. Now, if they have a plan to take over the world by 2045, and they say Africa is going to be able to sit at the table, you know, you're going to build a one Africa by 2063. Tell me how that's going to happen. Please explain it to me. I want you all to explain this to me. You see the issue that we're dealing with, and you got all these African leaders who are meeting all the time, discussing this like if they have a plan that's going to work. And you got African people pumping the fist. Yeah, Africa 2063. I keep giving you little hints. Africa may not be Africa may not be at the table. And nobody ever asked me, why did I say that? In all the videos, nobody ever said, brother, why did you say that? I give you the explanation. I just gave you the explanation. Because their plan is in motion now. While Africa is still talking. Go back to my first videos and you'll see me say, look, Africa has got 3 years to get itself together. And after that, Africa might not be Africa at all. And then, 2 years ago, 2 years to that 3 years period, the EU meeting, Borrell says, we're going to take over the jungle and turn it into a garden. Africans got upset, started, who he think he is? A month later, no African leaders has done anything to stop it from happening. Africans have forgotten all about that. And they move on. Or think they are moving on. But, like I said, 2045, America got a plan. Go to war against China 2027. That's why they want me to move all the manufacturing to America. They took it all out of Europe. Whatever they can move to America, they move to America. They got Japan and Korea, the powerhouses of Asia, among the powerhouses of Asia, working much as they can, fast as they can, to build what America needs for the war. But look at what America did to Korea the other day. Same people that trying to make electric cars cheap for Americans. They come in their factory and arrest all of the Koreans. Korea has to put almost $1 trillion into account to support the American economy because the Chinese are no longer buying American bonds. The Indians are no longer buying American bonds. You know, other people are no longer buying American bonds. The people who used to sell stuff to America and then turn around and reinvest the money that they made in America are no longer doing it. They're taking the money out of America. And this is the situation we have now. So, I'm going to try to put the videos about the subject I'm talking about at the end of this video so you can go look at them yourself. But as I was saying to you, what you know can prepare you for the future. And I hope that you're going to prepare for it. Trump just, he's attempting to. He's done it to Europe. He's doing it in America. And he's trying to do it in Asia, but the Chinese are an obstacle. He's trying to do it in Russia, which is, people believe that Russia is the small place. Russia takes Russia is bigger than Africa. Russia now. The country of Russia is bigger than Africa. And between Russia, Africa, and that little place at the end of the south pole of the earth has more resources than all the rest of the planet. Unless we dig into the earth in the Pacific. Now Trump is saying, you know what? Biden administration was trying to fix this thing by trying to slow China down, but can't slow China. What we're going to do is throw the whole world's economy into chaos. And hopefully, since we got the power, the nuclear power and the bombs, we can come out and threaten everybody and put them in line with us. And by that time, we will be able to, we've got all the materials we need to fight the Chinese. So, that's what's happening. I'm talking to my African brothers now. Don't get involved in the war in what they call the Middle East. And know you have your religious belief and you need it because things are so bad that you have to have something to calm you, to keep you relaxed. In America, people smoke marijuana, take all kinds of drugs to do what you are doing. And you are thinking, you know, that what you see in America It's not happening in Africa, but it is. If you had the knowledge and the education, when I say education, I don't mean to go to school and get a bachelor's degree. Your history, culture. And you say, well, I know African culture. Okay. If you know African culture, why is it that you're looking to the white man to come save you? The Caucasian from Europe, come and build a garden in your jungle, instead of educating your people to build for yourself. As I said before, the Saudis are going to come to get you, to help you in their war. When you come to the Hajj, it's going to be, dear brothers, we as Muslims got to fight to, what do you call them, the jinn, the wicked. But do you realize who the leaders are? They were about to sign something called the Abraham Accords with the same wicked people that they now want you, going to be asking you to fight. They were sacrificing. The Palestinians are a sacrifice. Let that sink in. You know, you read the book of the Hebrew people about how Abraham sacrificed, Isaac sacrificed. The Palestinians are being sacrificed in a hope that the Zionist Jewish people will not come after them. They came after you in Africa, my family, and millions of families across South and North and America, Caribbean. Children of slaves today. Because of what happened there. I'm warning you. You don't have to listen, but I'm warning you. It is my duty. I didn't want this duty before because I know it's going to come to this. I was tired of watching and had to be silent at the time. That's 25 years ago. Because at that time I was in the process of learning, being taught. And when whatever I was taught, it hurt. Can't sleep at night because some of the things that I saw coming. Yes, saw coming. It was like I was standing in the middle of the events. And it's not just me. There are thousands of us around the planet. Told you once before, in every community. They're standing, waiting for you to say, okay, we are ready to do what we have to do. Those of you who are